How do you locate the ancient river flow systems? So obviously we will have to take help of technology. Fortunately, India has ISRO, so we have wonderful 3D satellite imagery of the entire Indian landmass. So the first thing that I suggest is simulate that landmass. Every geographical features of the landmass should be simulated to the extent of, let's say, even a centimeter, because water, even if there is a millimeter of gradient, it would flow in that direction. So it's very important for us to have this wonderful 3D satellite imagery. And I'm sure India, thanks to ISRO's capability, we would be able to have it. Then you drain all the rivers of the current river flow system. Ganga, Jamuna, Kaveri, Narmada, all these rivers, you drain the water out of it. And then backfill the emptied riverbeds. As though if you take a screenshot, all these river flow systems should vanish. When you do that, the next step is to eliminate the Himalayas. When I say eliminate the Himalayas, it is not just a matter of removing the Himalayas. It is like turning the clock backwards. So when you're turning the clock backwards, when you're negating the Himalayan mountains, the gradient that is there now would also be negated. It would come to a gradient that was there when you were just standing on the northern part of India and overlooking the Tibetan plateau. So you should be able to eliminate that southeastern tilt which is there in the current times. You should be able to eliminate it. And then you need to simulate the plate, the slope, and possibly you do not have to simulate, because when you remove the tilt because of the northern Himalayas, what is left with is the ancient tilt. And you now simulate the rainfall on this landmass, the corrected slope landmass. And possibly you would see that ancient river flow systems that we talked about, where they were flowing northwards, would emerge. They would come to life. And if you want to do it, still go further, which is 4 billion years ago, you remove the tilt, the Sahyadri or the Western Ghats, again, you would have those northwesternly flowing river flow systems. So for the moment, if you can even exploit the river flow system that was there for 130 million years, that would be good enough for you to exploit. So you have these ancient channels coming to life. There would be a possibility that the river flow systems that is simulated, they may not exactly match with, they are only a general indication of how the river flows would have. So it is trying to reduce, how should we say, the chances of errors. But there would be error for sure. So you will have to, take out a sample area of the particular thing which is there as ancient river flow system, drill, and find out with the sample that you take where exactly the sand is there as specimen, and see, you will have to recalibrate your the river flow system, so that it's very difficult to get it in one shot. But as and when you recalibrate, you should be able to simulate it on your map and then pinpoint exactly where the ancient river flow system was. And what we are trying to do is, we do not want the entire river flow system coming up. What we want is, for river interlinking, we just need a few tracks, limited kilometers, which could allow you to redistribute the water from the place where there is excess water to where there is drought. The savings, as I said, could help India save around $70 billions. That is just cost saving. Can you imagine if you can have all these river flow systems coming up. The land mass would have more area to drain water, to hold water. This would have unknown benefits for the India plate. And what we are saying is, if at all this has to happen, in the sense, if at all there is a river flow system, if at all it can be exploited, it can be done in on India plate. And once if it is tried over here on India plate, and if it is a possibility, this could be applied to almost all the land masses, all the tectonic plates of the world, especially the global south, the African continent, the South American continent, the Australian continent. These are the continents which are in a way affected. Even the global north also can be tried out. But these would be great savings if we were to exploit this. That is Manthan today. Thank you for listening. Good night.